Never have I seen the righteous forsaken. Yeah, we've seen a lot of things happen in our lives as the chosen ones. We've seen so many things taking place, but never have I seen any of us forsaken. We were always given the rite of passage where God has always given us protection and He's always come through for us no matter what. You know, we may have fallen short, we may have gotten into different difficult situations, but it was always a way out. You're here today, right? You understand? And see, we've been talking about how some of the people we know and love do not agree with some of the things that we have going on as the chosen ones, because we have certain things in this life to do, right? They may not agree with us, but understand and hear me when I say this, you have been protected from all of that. Yeah, you may see that the weapons will form, but they will never prosper over you. And if God be for you, who can be against you? Y'all best believe God ain't playing about us. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do the song first, and then we're going to go from there. All right? I am the diva, you heard about me. About to give you a reading, come listen to me. I'm a diva, I'm a diva. That's my intro. If you like it, please be sure to hit the like button. And of course, you guys know I am doing personals. And if you would like to connect with me, all you got to do is look in the description bar below and hit your girl up. I look forward to hearing from you guys. All right, so this here is going to be like a channeled message, okay? So I'm getting that your life has not been the same for a while. And most of you have really realized that a lot of things just have not changed from, you know, the past. Like it's almost like it went from like doing real good to, you know, kind of on the low, or either you were doing low or you were like, now you on top, like things are going good. But either way, whichever polar opposite it is for you, Spirit is saying that there are many things that have changed in this life. There are many things that have not went your way, but understand that it's going the way that the Most High wants it to go. God is moving things. Things are shifting about. And many of you guys know that your enemies have tried to stop what God has for you. But I'm here to tell you that God's plan in your life will succeed your enemies. Understand that God is stronger. The Most High is more powerful than they. Anything that you have going on in your life, He's much more powerful. So looking in on who these enemies of yours are, we have, you know, there's people at your workplace, okay? Yeah, we know about them, the haters, the ones that don't want to see you make it further than them, okay? You guys deal with that. When it comes to the chosen ones, there's some things that we deal with that we really don't like, right? And we be like, God, what's going on, you know? And then you have people in your family. Like there's people that may not even really like what you do. They don't understand your assignment. They don't understand why you chose this spiritual walk. They don't understand it because, see, they're kind of stuck in a box. Spirit says a lot of you guys have been around people who are stuck in a box. It's almost like they're stuck in the matrix to where they're not able to get out. And all they can do is continue to follow the rules, to follow different guidelines, follow the book, okay? Period. But many of these people have fallen into a different timeline than you. And so with them seeing you in a newer and more brighter timeline to where you're doing much better, or you're facing challenges but you're able to get through it, like, wow, how are you able to do this? See, they're not understanding because you're on a different timeline. Spirit says the timeline that you're on is way more less capacitated, okay? It's not a lot of people there where you're at, where you're going, and where you will be. There's not going to be many people with you, okay? And because you have the power to change things, you have the power to jump timelines and move forward in that, they won't understand that. Think about it. When Yeshua rose after everything happened, people did not understand the glory that He had on Him because it was something different. He looked different. They didn't even recognize, you know, there were two people that was in His tribe, y'all know the disciples. Two of the disciples did not recognize Him, even though they had been with Him the whole time. They did not recognize Him because the glory that was on His life, when I tell you, the glory that you have on you, many of these people do not recognize you as the chosen one, as the child of a king, okay? They don't recognize you as that. That's why they tend to try and come against you. They tend to try and stop the power or stop the things that you have going. When they see you rising, it makes them sick. You know, it makes them feel a certain type of way. They get the being in their feelings, you know what I'm saying? But simply because they don't understand the glory that is on your life. And really, that has nothing to do with you. None of that has anything to do with you. The thing is, they don't understand it because they have never researched or looked into the power of the Most High. They have never looked into it. They don't understand it because they never look deeper. They go to the church and they hear the sermon, and 10 minutes later, they don't forgot what the pastor done said. Look, they read the Bible and then forgot what verse they read. They don't understand it because it was not given to them to understand. Some people will not understand the things that the Most High has for you. But when I tell you, many of you guys are getting to the point to where God is taking you in a position where you're going to be mentoring, reaching out to most people. The words that you speak are going to help so many people. You're going to reach the masses, and those that don't quite understand you, Spirit says, do not try and conform or even try to make them understand, because it's not meant for them to get it at that moment, because they are on a different timeline. When I tell you, most of you guys don't understand that, you know, this physical moon phase that we recently went through, this red, it's actually today, throughout the moon, Spirit says there were many people that were trying to siphon energy throughout this moon phase, and many of them have come together in groups to come and siphon different people's energy. Okay, they were trying to take away from what God is doing in your life. When you think about how Saul was with David, when you think about how he was King Saul, when it came to him, it got to the point to where we knew that Saul began to be envious of David because of the power and the anointing that was on his life. And see, that's what many of these people, they're starting to see that many are beginning to rise up, and God is showing his power within many of the chosen ones' lives. It's like it's beginning to show. God says he's doing something to where he wants everyone to see that his chosen ones was always the one, just like he did with Yeshua. Okay, and just like he did with David, because y'all know they was like David slayed his thousands, you know, Saul slayed his thousands and David slayed tens of thousands. Like, it's just, you know, he's just that guy, you know what I'm saying? Just like you are that girl, that guy. You know, and many of you have faced a Saul. You're facing many Sauls because they don't want you to outpower them, to outshine them. You know, they say that many people want you to do good until you're doing better than them. And that's what it was with King Saul, to where he didn't want David to shine. But God is saying that he's placing many of us on a timeline where these type of individuals cannot reach us. You're unreachable. Type in the comments, I'm unreachable, especially when it comes to your enemies. You have fought the good fight of faith. You have fought so many things in your life, but God is saying that he continues to prosper you and give you great success. There's so many things that you will see, and you shall see your enemies fall right before you. Just like with David, he heard about Saul being unalived. You know, King Saul was gone. He was never there no more, you know, because he tried to come after God's chosen one, God's anointed one. And when it came to it, he didn't stop. He did it at all costs. He sent people after David. And see, many of you guys have dealt with people who have sent people after you, and you didn't understand why these people keep calling me. Like, why y'all reaching out to me now? Like, what you want to know about my life for? Why you following me on social media now? It's because they sent them to you to try to take you down. But God says, I'm raising you up. The anointing that I have on your life could never stop what I'm doing. These people could never stop the anointing that I placed on your life. It's something different, something more powerful. You a beast because you have the anointing on your life. You're chosen. You're chosen, and no one can stop that. Period.